You like that real one, Joy? Because I like it. That's my favorite one.
You know, it was when I was in a dark space and I was broke as hell. And, when you get, everybody kind of been in a dark place, you know what I'm saying? So if you were creative, you done been at that point before.
Absolutely right.
I just was at a dark space. I was at my lowest point. I was broke as shit. And I had to figure some shit out just to make some money. So that's really what made me make the song, like how I made it. I had a writer though help me on it. So I was a co-writer.
Okay, that's dope. Well, here we go. Without further ado, Chantaul, real one. Good kush.
Ain't no film, nothing got real, baby. They feel I'm here. I was in the field, baby. Life got real crazy. Almost couldn't deal crazy. Never ever will I let you haters get the best of me. Real talk, got already gave enough of me.
We back.
Swear to God, pockets got so small, took the best of me. Had to whip it till my wrist was wrong to get the recipe. Far just to fly.
I got that new Chantaul.
Deep in the fire.
This like the old Charlotte.
I'm alive. So you done came up on a real one. I'ma make you niggas feel me. Shit'll put your morals to the test. Know how feelings had to get my shit in check. Show 'em I came up a real way. Show 'em I came up a real one. Shine on 'em. They didn't see that your girl's a diamond. We're been just sweet, I'm just known to vibe on me. Y'all been asleep, shouldn't have took your time on me. Force me to survive, far just to fly. Been waist deep in the fire, but I'm here, I'm alive. So you done came up on a real one.
Hey.
I'ma make you niggas feel me.
Cut the music. You know what? We on episode 12, and y'all know the deal. I'm gonna give y'all 2 songs when I'm feeling good. So that was real one, but here go Falling. You know this joint ain't even out yet. Stop playing with me, man. I am the street. Oh, y'all ain't know Chantaul. Pink ruts. Pink ruts, pink ruts. Hey.
Through fire, rain, pour, gave my all, it changed my heart. Now day breaks with absence, distance, myself, the resentment only exists when you're here.
This is fire.
We always seem to reminisce about the memories somehow. They seem to wash away when it rains. Good luck falling. Good luck falling. Good luck falling. 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 So good luck falling. Good luck falling. You get
Train Bane. Yo! Ah, man. The Most High has allowed us to be back, y'all. The Most High has allowed us to be back in the building. So, once again, my name is Julz Jones. This is Party in the Living Room. I have two special co-hosts. They both named Steph. They never agree on shit. So we got StephCutdaCheck, line 1, and that's him on your screen. Line 1, please say a word to the people, please.
Hey, appreciate y'all for checking back in. We at episode 12. You know what I mean? We can't do this without y'all, so we appreciate y'all the most. You know, we're going to give y'all a good episode tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
big Steph right here. You know
okay.
I mean?
So the next guy is going to be Little Steph. Am I correct?
I mean, that's my junior. That's my dog. You know,
it's your JR.
JR.
Yo, Steph JR. Steph JR, come to the mic real quick. Pause.
Oh, it's episode 12, man. I'm just ready to pod. I don't know what line one talking about.
Oh, my boy got do-rag on.
New spot. No ass yet. I don't know.
You still ain't get no ass in the new spot? Like, did you get some ass last night?
He ain't get no ass in his
Man,
new
you
spot.
interviewed VT. You got some ass last night.
He ain't get no ass. Fuck a day 7.
Okay.
I told you I'm chilling. You take it as a you know, I cannot confirm or deny these allegations. So
we rolling with no for the 3rd episode. Let's go, Miss Chantal.
All right.
Get it started. He celebrated a new spot. We're gonna go with that.
So our special guest, and I know everybody's a fucking special guest, but everybody don't look like this, y'all. All right, so CHANTAUL Williams is here to give us her story, to laugh with us. Hopefully she might cry with us. You heard, after she hear what I've been through with these motors out here in these streets. And she's gonna show us what it takes to be a singer in these day and times. If you don't know CHANTAUL Williams, you probably heard her a million times on 7 Summers from the AMERICANFOREIGN song that we're gonna play on the commercial break. When I met her, it was in Charlotte. I saw the most talented, most sparkly, most beautiful, vibrant person in the room, and just commanded the room. So everywhere she goes, I'm pretty sure she gives that energy, and she's a queen, and we celebrate our queens on JANKY Ramblers. So without further ado, could you please say a few words, CHANTAUL, so they know I'm not capping and they know you here?
Well, how y'all doing, everybody? I'm CHANTAUL. I'm so happy to be a part of this. This is really dope. Like, just to be doing this, especially in COVID-19. I know it's been kind of hard if you're creative to be able to like physically and do things. So I'm really happy to be a part of history, because 10 years from now, they're going to be talking about this time. All of this right here is history. So
yes,
I'm happy to be a part of it. Yeah.
Man, I love your hat. I love your earrings. Oh, we're going to pod tonight.
Because I ain't feel like doing my hair today.
You feel like doing your hair? Me neither, you heard? That's why I got dreads, you heard? That's why I got dreads. You should look into it. I'm just saying.
Hey, Shifty, you need you some dreads, B.
I like ball fades, champ.
Yeah, man. I couldn't see Shifty with no dreads, boy.
No.
All right. Anyway, so, let's start from the very beginning, CHANTAUL. Let's just start, because I ain't finished hitting my blunt yet, and I want the whole story. But can you just tell me what's your earliest memory? Like, where are you from originally?
I'm actually from Augsburg, Germany. I was born there. My mom, she's German, Moroccan, and Russian. My dad is African American. I moved to the States when I was like, I want to say 7.
Okay.
And honestly, I was really, believe it or not, I was really shy and timid. Like when I was growing up, like I was just really scared to sing in front of people, because I come from a family of singers. So everyone in my family can sing. Like, they have soulful voices. So what made me break out of that was my grandma. She put me on the church choir, started making me sing solo in church. And I used to hate it, but as I got older, I'm grateful for it now to have that type of teaching, because a lot of people don't have that type of teaching growing up, especially being a female. And it was in college that I started taking music serious. I took a hiatus against my family wishes, and I went to New York.
What happened?
Hung out with the wrong people.
Whoa!
Well,
You skipping some shit now? Hold on. So, okay, so mom met dad where?
Germany.
He was in
Pop's
the military.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And your mom was bad too, walking down that street, huh?
She was, though. She was a thick little German girl, you know, and a lot of army guys, they like foreign women. So my dad was so, you know, amazed by her. One thing led to another. They made me. Then they made my brother.
Beautiful.
And we moved to the States.
So how old were you when you got to the States?
I was like, I want to say I was 3. I didn't sing my first time until I was 5. And my dad had bought me a karaoke box for Christmas, and they couldn't stand that karaoke box because I was just always yelling. So one day I was singing, and my dad put his ear to the door, and he busted into the room and was like, "Oh, you can really sing." But mind you, I was just shy and timid. So it was like a secret that I just kept to myself. I didn't share with nobody. And then
Pops was black. He ain't say it like that and that calm though.
You know, he didn't. He said it was some aggression, like excitement, like, you know, my daughter can sing, like she can actually sing, because I hit a high note. Wow. I hit some type of high note, and that's kind of what made him be like, "You can really sing." So, you know,
I'm gonna follow my daughter hit the high note. I'm about to go crazy in there, but I'm gonna kick yo, you can sing, yo. Like,
what songs were you singing at 6? Would you sing a Usher Raymond? You make me.
My first song that I ever sung. My first song I ever sung was "Colors of the Wind." It was from the Pocahontas movie. That was the first song I ever sung. That was a song my dad heard me singing, because I kept practicing that song by myself.
I was watching Little Rascals, you
know. But growing up, I grew up around like Michael Jackson, Boyz II Men, R. Kelly,
I love Michael Jackson. Did his videos used to scare you as a kid, like that Thriller video? Did it scare you when you was little?
Nah, my mom said in Germany, like when I would see MTV, because even though I came to the States at 3, we still like went back to Germany because of my dad being in the army. But my mom said I loved MTV, and every time MTV would come on and the video would come on, I'd be like this, rocking back and forth in front of the TV. So I really liked music since I was a little girl, but that's what was playing in our house all the time.
Beautiful.
All those artists is what I grew up on. So,
What's your favorite?
So where'd your career start off at? Like when you started really taking it serious, were you in Charlotte or where were you at?
I was in Charlotte, but what made me take it serious was in college. I took a hiatus against my family wishes, and I went to New York. And I hung around the wrong chicks. I became homeless. I wasn't homeless when I first got there, but I was staying in different people's houses.
What part of New York? I was
leaving my suitcase. Harlem.
You was out there uptown.
I was leaving my suitcases in different people's houses. I was trusting them. You leave your suitcase in different people's houses, little by little, your stuff gonna get taken. So little by little, things was getting taken, things was getting stolen. Like my
and you were 18?
This was 2011. How old was I then? 2011, I was like, to be 18. Yeah.
Okay.
2011, because that's when I went to New York. And I didn't go there homeless. I was just leaving my suitcase in different people's houses.
Were you in pursuit? So did you go there looking for a job, or were you trying to become like the world's
No, I
greatest
went
singer?
there because we have these connections, we can get you connected, blah, 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 blah.
Who
Listen
gassed
to
you?
it.
Was it a friend that you knew, or was it a stranger that
It
gassed
was
you?
a friend.
Okay.
It was a friend that I knew at the time.
Understandable. It's
And the person,
understandable. Super understandable.
yeah, so I believed her. Her lifestyle wasn't what I thought it was. And when I first got there, like I said, I wasn't homeless. But when I left my suitcase in different people's houses, things were getting stolen from me. So I came back to Charlotte and I was working at some restaurant. And J No Truth, I don't know if y'all know J No Truth. J No Truth seen me working and he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I want to be a singer." This is like the beginning of 2012. I was like, "I want to be a singer."
Okay.
And he was like, "Sing something." So I sung for him and he said, "Well, there's these auditions for BET Blazes Stage 106 in Park." So I was like, "Well, where are the auditions at?" He told me where the auditions were. At the time, Jada Marie's mother was a judge, and it was another judge from Power 98.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, they told us we had to have instrumentals. I had no instrumentals. I had to sing a cappella. And I thought I didn't get it. And then I was, like, discouraged because I'm like, I know I probably didn't get it. It was like, "What are you talking about? They want you to go to the next level." But I had to pay $300, Sometimes things just ain't free, which was cool. I was okay with investing into my career. And I remember we had
what did you wear?
audition.
What did you wear when you went there?
I had this short mini skirt and I was so uncomfortable, and they could tell I was uncomfortable because they told me maybe you shouldn't wear that type of stuff when you perform, because I was so stiff. That's why I felt like I didn't get it.
Was it black?
So it was black.
And you had the white shirt with the shoulder, like the arm was out, like
now the tie in the front. The tie in the front.
I don't remember. Yeah, trying to be funny. I don't remember. No, I don't remember what I actually had on. I just know I had on the skirt, but I don't remember. I'd be lying if I told you what top I had on. I don't remember.
I think you did pretty good though. I see your earrings swinging in this. I'm playing it on the video, so when you watch this back,
well, no, that's not the audition.
So what's this?
No, that wasn't that was the promo for when I made it to BET. I still had to.
I'm about to say, you look good to hear. You look singing with conviction here.
I had to audition the second time at Center Stage in NODA.
Okay.
So they said, "Well, you got to have a fan base," and I had no fans. The only person that was in the crowd was my aunt.
That's
how the way that they chose the winner to go to BET was you had to have a fan base. My aunt was the only one in that crowd. And what was so crazy is out of all the artists, though, they said they only had 30 seconds to do their song. They let me sing my whole entire song. When I was done singing that 30 seconds.
That's a verse.
When I was done singing, that whole entire crowd stood up clapping for me. And I was like in tears because I'm like, what in the world? I got one person out here. But I remember my aunt told me, she said, you got to make them love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just get into music, the fan base, like you have to make them love you. So
that's absolutely
when it was time for them to choose who was going to go to BET, the guy at the time couldn't even say my name because he was so excited. He was like, "It's the girl with the black dress." And I was the only one that had a black dress on that day. And my aunt screamed so loud. So that's when I made it to 106 in Park. And then July 17th was when I went to New York to perform on television. And I had to compete against two other chicks. The jacked up part was, though, when it came time for voting that day, it was a storm in North Carolina. And a lot of people's power went out in Charlotte. So a lot of people did not have access to vote for me. So I lost.
What year is this?
2012.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was cocky as shit. I was real cocky, like I'm the best singer. But when I lost on TV, on national television, that shit humbled me because then I realized like, oh shit,
Yo, that's
like
crazy.
that shit really humbled me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Charlotte, record some songs, and I'm about to book myself for tours. Like I was just speaking this stuff. I didn't even know how I was gonna do it. So I started recording songs. And there's something about manifestation, like when you speak things before you get it,
That's true.
and you manifest it,
That's true.
that stuff really happens. And I was like, I've manifested my whole career. Like,
yeah, we potted now. We potted now. Oh yeah, we potted now.
That's a fact. That's
so I manifested my whole career, and I said I'm gonna do that. And so I got back, started recording. One thing led to another. I did the Auburn Music Festival. I had opened up for the guy that made the Wobble song, Life Jennings and Raheem Devon.
I never heard the Wobble song.
That's line one favorite song.
Yeah, that's some shit. Line
you
one.
Heard it before.
Used to listen to in the wildlife center. We was barefoot and shit. Is that wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble with it? Come on, wobble with it. Wobble
yeah,
with it.
I had opened up for them.
Get in there. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Was you a party girl growing up too?
When I was in college,
what college you went to?
Bennett College in Greensboro. It was an all-girls school.
I thought she said Benedict.
Yeah.
I was about to say, oh yeah, she was partying.
Boy, I thought she said Benedict too. She been partying.
I was like, oh, she was out here.
Yeah, no, I went to Bennett College. It was, huh?
I'm sorry, shout out to Benedict, but go ahead, sweetheart.
Yeah, I went to Bennett College, but yeah, I got back, and I don't know. I never had management. I never had a team before. As much as people think that, like I've been my own team. Like I've always had to bring in my own dancers, band.
That's either we janky.
Huh?
Yeah, we don't got our own management either. We janky too.
Well, we need management bad, boy. If you know somebody, tell them. But we unorganized.
Yeah, we run around all day, then pause. Yeah, we unorganized. We run around all day, then
Nah,
pause.
don't put that on yourself. Y'all just busy. That's all it is. Creative. That's what you call it. But yeah, then I got on tour with Fantasia. I opened up.
Hold up, man.
That was a dope.
So wait, hold on. She might be more famous than VT, boy. Hold on. You went on tour.
Boy, she might get VT a run for money.
I don't know, VT, boy. So you went on tour with Fantasia, because I saw you on tour with another fella, but I don't want to say his name.
I was only, so I don't want to say on tour. I was an opening act, but I still consider that on tour because it was her tour. So
that's on tour. That's on the resume. But it's a silver star. Fact.
So she fucked with you? Did you meet her?
I did meet her, only for like 5 minutes.
She was cool?
It was cool. She's actually really cool. She's really a humble person. She has a lot of energy. She's first of all, this woman can sing, and she is so talented. Like when she was performing, my jaws was like she's amazing. But what was so crazy is like James Brown is my favorite artist, and I like James Brown because I feel like he was one of the first artists who showed you how to be an independent artist.
Interesting.
You read a story, he talks about how.
Go ahead. That's a point for
he talked about how he brought in his own team. Even though he was signed to a label, he took his own money and invested into his career. So
he kicked
what's so crazy is, yeah, he did.
But go ahead, I get your point though.
When I opened up for her, it was in the same auditorium that James Brown had all of his sold out concerts at.
Okay.
Like most of his sold out concerts. So I was like, oh, this is legendary, man. Like, this is really, really dope to be a part of something like this. Then I came back and I opened up for Jay Holiday, Silk, and Melanie Fiona.
Jay Holiday had that joint. Put you to bed.
Boy, Jay Holiday had his own little era real quick.
Boy, Jay Holiday had the joint right there, boy.
So this is all at one time, or this is like through the years? Like,
she's putting work. Boy, Chantaul been putting in work, boy. Don't let her be humble on here, boy. Hey,
okay, so
how you got? Hold on, you got 15,000 followers?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I do.
I'm
I
a
don't be paying
journalist.
attention to that.
I'm a
Yeah,
journalist.
we progressing through the years. So like, what's next? Like you and Charlotte, you grinding? Like what's happening next? Like what's the next move?
Well, after that, like I said, I was just opening up for artists. I opened up for Luke Nasty, Luke James. I opened up for Frankie Beverly and Maze, Angie Stone, Tank. And then
Your resume, all right now. Your resume is pretty lit.
You think her resume lit? I think so.
Oh yeah, that shit lit. That's a point for Chantal.
Yeah, that's a point for Chantal.
And then,
and that's a point for Germany. Word.
Yeah.
Don't be throwing shade in my country.
No, that's a point for Germany because that's good right there though. You got a nice resume.
That's a good.
Thank you. And then basically, then 2015 I got on. Oh, and I opened up for Nipsey Hussle. He had his Crenshaw tour.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Chantal.
That was the picture I sent you.
That's crazy. I know. I'm guessing it, but yeah, that's wow. That's still wow.
Remember when they had the bodega, the AMCS? Remember when they used to bring the bodega? It was like they was having artists open up. Remember that? Like the bodega in Charlotte, they used to have it.
Yeah.
That big concert thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to pay $250 to open up for Nipsey Hussle, but he had his Crenshaw tour come to Charlotte, and at first they didn't want no R&B singer on there because it was just like rappers and stuff. But I was like, I'll pay to get on this tour. So I paid, and I was the only R&B singer that.
Hey, that's gangster. That's gangster.
It was cool, man.
You just approached them and was like, "Yo, I'll put some bread down, yo. Let me get in there."
They told me like when I went to go meet Samir, because that was who was doing the whole bodega thing, Family Matters.
Okay.
They told me it would be like $250. So I'm like, I'll pay the $250 because I really just wanted that on my resume. And I had just started listening to Nipsey Hussle. So I will be lying if I said I've been a day one Nipsey Hussle fan because I had just started listening to his music.
Appreciate the honesty.
That was dope. And I had I made a great relationship with his DJ. I'm still cool with his DJ to this day. And then 2017, I did, what's that concert in Austin, Texas? What is it called?
Talk about the FXW, something like that?
Yeah, South by Southwest.
Yeah.
So, man, I had management at the time, and they were supposed to like.
What do y'all be finding this management? Everybody be having management.
And this was somebody who was trying to be my manager, so they would just audition.
You gotta be cute to get a manager. Hey, fellas, we
might not need a manager now. Yeah, Julz like the stronger on niggas and shit. They do wrong shit, so we don't need a manager. Julz like the stronger on niggas. Man.
Where you heard that? Where you heard that, man? Who been talking?
Julz like the stronger.
That boy pardon. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But now we fly by Southwest right now. Where we at now? So how's that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get through this journey.
It's a long journey, y'all. Not sure y'all want to hear the whole thing.
Yes, we do.
Let's finish it off. What's next?
So, South by Southwest, and this person was trying to act like my manager. Came to Austin, Texas. When I came there, they didn't have no car service for me, so I was literally rolling my suitcase about 6 blocks after I took a cab to where all the stuff was going on, because I was booked to perform for This Is 50, which is 50 Cent blog, his showcase. And I remember I had to roll my suitcase like 6 blocks to the venue. And when I got in the venue, I was sweating, but I still took my posters out and I was posting posters everywhere in the venue. And what's so crazy is I was supposed to perform on the first stage, but then they put me on the second stage. And that's when I met the baby from Charlotte. I met him there because me and him were on the same stage. And I was the only R&B singer that performed on that stage that day. But mind you, I was supposed to be on the first stage. They put me on the second stage. So what happened was I was so just upset.
You try to skip over that. No. He tried to holler. All right, go ahead. All right, no. I'm just asking.
No, he was really humble and cool. I didn't really know who he was at the time. I just knew he was the guy that wore the diaper out in Austin, Texas. Because that was when the whole diaper
shots thing. Shots fired. You can't be saying that man wore a diaper.
Y'all didn't see that? That was strategically smart, man. That was smart.
That shit was great marketing. Not bad marketing. It's corny in niggas' eyes. It's corny in my eyes. But the niggas, he made millions off this shit.
The baby wearing the diaper was great marketing, and Young Thug wearing the dress was great marketing.
You know why it was great marketing? Because it went viral. Like, it went viral because everybody was talking about it. Everybody.
So anything that goes viral is good. Any publicity.
We going viral online when you get some buns in the spot. So hey.
I just think that was a smart marketing move, in my opinion. Like, I think that because it was different, I think things like that go viral when it's different. That was different. You will never imagine. I could never imagine someone wearing a diaper, but that's what a lot of people were talking about out there, you know? So.
But like, he went viral off of standing his ground in Atlanta when they came and checked him. More so, you know, that diaper, you know what I mean? That diaper really seemed like it played a big effect. But when he stood his ground in Atlanta shooting that music video, you know what I mean? He was still getting traction in the city as Baby Jesus. So, you know, he still had the local love.
Yeah, so. I used to hear that name. I didn't know that was the same person. That was the same person? Because I used to hear that name.
Yeah. But he was Baby Jesus before he was the baby.
Oh, that's dope. I used to hear that name, yo. Yeah. Word.
Man, you know, he's like one of the only artists, though, out of Charlotte that actually come back to Charlotte and try to, like, give other artists from Charlotte a chance or shows love to Charlotte. Baby. I have to say that. I have to give him that one.
Yeah, Charlotte got the dope artists. You know that, Chantal.
It's a lot of dope artists.
Who is your favorite? Who is your top 3 artists in Charlotte? Chantal's favorite top 3 artists in Charlotte. I'm putting you on spot.
Jodeci, Anthony Hamilton, and Fantasia.
No, man, you talk about legit stars.
They talk about local stars.
Party in the Living Room, we celebrate the everyday person who got to walk 6 blocks people. With the luggage. You heard? So
that's a hard decision to make because, like, I actually think like we are one of the most we're one of the most sat on cities. And I feel like it's so much talent for me to say my favorite. I never really had a favorite because I honestly think we got so much talent in Charlotte. Like, it's so much talent out there. Like, singers, rappers, like, creatives. Like, I just feel like they ain't really, like, went through the city to actually see the talent that's actually in Charlotte.
Now, so when you say they, who is they? Who is they that need to go through the city? Huh?
The industry, because, you know, a lot of the times it's Atlanta, LA, and New York. Those are kind of the places that a lot of the industry people go to look for artists, but like they ain't really looked in Charlotte yet. It's a lot of people in North Carolina that's just got so much talent. So
that's fact.
Yeah. For real, and hustle too, and grind too, and humble. A lot of us are humble. That's the thing. A lot of us are humble, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know.
They force you to move to Atlanta to pop off if you really try, you know what I mean, really network with the certain people, you know what I mean? Like, but it's like, that's why I want to ask you. So we in the story right now. It's 2017. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. So 2017, what was that? Okay. South by Southwest. All right. So anyways, I was headed to the airport when I was leaving Austin, Texas, after my show and everything. I met Uncle Luke, and I was like, I'm a singer.
He tried to holler, though. He tried to holler.
Uncle Luke, come on, somebody.
No.
Uncle Luke tried to holler. Uncle Luke. Come on,
actually, though, I don't know if he had like his woman with him. He actually didn't. To be honest, I mean, I've heard things about him, like hollering at women. He ain't trying to get at me. But I'll tell you this much. He was there, and then Live Mixtapes pulled up in their van. So then instantly I was like, van? They had like a band out there, like a promotion.
What the fuck is going on in the streets?
So, you know, I busted out with The Way by Jill Scott and just started singing. And they was like, oh, that's dope, that's dope, that's dope. You know, I had followed them on Instagram. But this is the crazy part. When I went to the airport, I was in tears because I was like, dang, like, ain't nothing happened for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't make no connection. And then that's when I met Rico Brooks, who happened to be Metro Boomin's manager, and Sunny Digital and Tasha Couture. So he manages all of them.
Word? You got his number?
I do have his number. I was at the airport and I didn't have money for food. And he paid for my food. So in my mind, I'm like, he trying to holler. But that wasn't that. I was like, I'm a singer, you know, I sing, whatever. Gave him my poster, my little flyer.
Yes, ma'am.
And then he said, send me your links to your music. So I did. And 2 weeks later, he says, I want to fly you to Atlanta. I want to bring you to the BMI Awards.
That's crazy.
And at that time, so he flew me to Atlanta. They had me in a very nice hotel, car service. I went to the BMI Awards and they were honoring CeeLo Green. I got a chance to meet him and started working with him.
18? This is 2018?
2017.
2017, bro. Hey, just come on. Just let her finish this joke. Because we got commercial.
So then,
Line one drunk.
Yeah, line one drinking La Maritas again, man.
I'm trying to make sure I'm following the order. Go ahead.
Nah, she making my job easier because she got it. She got it,
bro. Yeah, let her drive the boat, bro.
Let
her drive the boat.
Yeah, we chilling, taking that on. Let her do her thing. Do your thing, man.
Y'all funny. So, one thing led to another. Then Rico asked me to film with Spotify.
Oh.
And Spotify, that's when they came out with Rap Caviar. Like Rap Caviar was like this thing. So they was like, we want you to film with one of our producers who produced Gloucester by Drake. They wanted, and the producer is from Hungary, so he didn't know how to speak no English. And they wanted to see how it was a Hungarian producer working with an American artist and how we was going to create a beat and a song.
Okay.
And so I had actually recorded a video with Spotify and they put it on Rap Caviar. So it was on Rap Caviar and things like that.
What was the name of it?
And then I got to send you a link. I forgot. I have the link. I have the link on my Twitter and my Facebook page. So I'll send you a link.
We're going to send us some new music so we can break some new music too now.
Oh yeah, okay. So anyways, came back, whatever. And then that's when I had won R&B Artist of the Year in Charlotte. So I had like the Queen City Award. So I had won R&B Artist of the Year.
Hold on, time out. How did you win R&B Artist? That was 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was R&B Artist of the Year in 2017, Chantal.
I'm talking about female artists.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because...
Don't go down my throat.
Yeah, I was about to get upset. I was about to get upset. Then nobody gave me no award or nothing, Chantal, but I just had some hits. That was a good year for me, you heard? But I'm just listening.
So then I met this producer on Instagram who actually produced The Real One and Fallen. I met him on Instagram. He had been following me for like 5 years. He was like, I really want to work with you, blah, 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 blah. And one thing led to another. I went to Atlanta, recorded those records with him. I told him I want something different. I don't want what I've been doing in
What
Charlotte.
studio?
You know what
was
I'm saying?
it
I just want a
Patchwork?
different sound.
Patchwork Studios?
It was actually the writer's room.
The writer's room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I recorded those 2 songs at the writer's room.
What's your recording process?
What you mean?
Like,
that's crazy you said that. I was going to ask you the same shit.
We'll do that after commercial break. After commercial break, we're going to ask her that, all right? Because this is we just started potting with you. Chantal, this is crazy. I didn't know none of this. You don't post on Instagram like that.
Well, I mean, some of the things I have posted, but mind you, when you don't have a team, you do everything by yourself. Sometimes you don't have the luxury to capture every single moment
I feel you
that you've experienced, like in your music career, you know. So
I feel you on that. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for rambling so far. This is what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put another commercial break in here, and I'm gonna actually play the song, and we'll get the background story of this song. It's called American Foreign off the Seven Summers album. And this is Julz Jones featuring Chantaul, and it's this is a classic right here. So American Foreign, you heard? Where do you see Julz Jones American Foreign in 5 years?
So that's your new name or something?
Yeah.
It squeezed the hell out of me.
You don't like that, American Foreign? It's very.
You trying to be bougie?
Feel the texture on that.
Very
okay. Nice. What is that, velvet?
I guess.
7. Yeah. 7 for 7. American Foreign. 7. You should do it to the beat, and do it to the beat. You know I think you're fine, you should do it to the beat. You know I don't even mind. If we go home, and do it to the beat, and do it to the beat. You know I think you're fine, you should do it to the beat. And that night I come alive on my own. You. Never thought I'd think of you as something unthinkable. That I still drink with 2, bro, FMU style. Over these things, just want you to smile. Heard you got a boo now, that's when I went deaf. My bottle's empty, girl, I leave none left. But we can gym it, I'm talking fitness like happy children who bungee from buildings. Could you leave them and come through? There's a party next door, what you say, Kalani? We could do it to the beat if you can stay around. American Foreign, I smoke every morning, I smoke every morning, I smoke every morning. American Foreign, I smoke every morning, American Foreign, I smoke every morning. When the wind gets wind, the wind gets wind. The mouth won't say a word, a word, a word. American Foreign, I smoke every morning. Just mean that it's been a few. I've been working on my karma, getting spiritual. And you've been living up the par and making business moves. You clean enough for when your mama come and visit you. Oh, you just started cleaning. And I ain't just started loving shorty, I started fiending. Mid-20s with big hundreds and pip 20s. I pull it out, she sit on it. American Foreign, I smoke every morning, I smoke every morning, I smoke every morning. American Foreign. Boy, I got some records, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Yo, I'm with Chantaul, and we still on commercial break. But Chantaul, if you there with me, I'm just gonna ask you some random questions just to fill in the space here, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get started. So, who is your inspiration in life? Like, who is that person? Like, for me, it used to be like Jay-Z growing up. Who is that person for you?
My grandmother.
Oh, okay. So why was she that inspiration? What type of person was she?
Because she was a woman of strength. She was a woman of morals and passion for music. Like, this was somebody who never cared about winning an award. And they say you got to really love music. She really loved music. So she's and plus, you know, when she had cancer and died, before she died,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Music is what kept her alive like 4 extra years. Like, music is so crazy, but music is really what kept her alive for extra years, because we used to go to the hospital and sing to her. So that to me is my inspiration.
That's deep, and I'm sorry for your loss. You know, I know a lot of people that are battling cancer, and it's a terrible thing, you know. But I don't even know what to say to that, because it affects me too and my family as well, you know. So that's true, you know. But I want to ask you about the song that we did, right? So can you tell me what you remember just about the recording process of that song, American Foreign? We was in H Wood Studios. You remember that? You done had so many sessions.
I don't remember that particular session, but I do remember it being in his studio, because that's when he had that studio before the one he has now, because he has a different studio now.
That is true.
And that studio was off of the east side of Charlotte. I remember it because it was off of like the east side of Charlotte.
Pass over there, Sharon Amity or something like that.
Yeah, it was right there. I don't remember that particular session, but I do remember us recording the song.
Yeah. Everybody in Charlotte at that particular time was working so hard. Shout out to my boy Will Wildfire. You
think Julz can rap?
Nah, I'm trash.
Are y'all throwing shade at each other right now?
Nah, I said, you think Julz can rap? No, I'm saying, you think Julz can rap?
Oh, you asking me a question?
Yeah, you think Julz can rap?
Yeah, I wouldn't have got on the song with him if I didn't think he was dope.
Thank you.
I be writing for Julz and shit.
Really?
Why you gotta tell everybody, man? Damn, man.
No, I'm bullshitting.
All right, so now.
No, he's really dope. He's hella dope.
What's the inspiration behind the songs? Like, it's like everything's going so perfect in your career. Is there any type of heartbreaks, you know what I'm saying, in this story?
Yeah, it is a lot of heartbreaks. You know what it is? It's like I was raised differently. I was raised to be loyal, and I ain't never been no hoe out here. You know, I never been on that type of stuff. I was raised by my grandmother. So she taught me how to have character, morals, and how to be loyal. That was 3 of the things that she taught me growing up. So I think that in my music career, and then not really having that father figure either, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to find love in man, and I would put my all into a guy without getting to know him. So it was easier for him to hurt me. So I've had a couple heartbreaks, and that's the reason why. I didn't know myself. I was insecure. And I didn't know the difference between respect or disrespect, because my mom and my dad, growing up, I would always see them fighting. You know what I'm saying? I would always see them disrespecting each other. So I thought that is what a relationship was supposed to be. I thought that's the normal relationship.
I know,
but I didn't realize that.
Hold on, a lot of women is going through that. They see that and then they try to emulate that. That's crazy. Well, not just women, men too. But it's just like the example that's being set. You know what I mean? So, how do we fight that, Chantal? How do we, what do we do to stop that?
You have to love yourself more than you love that person. Because if you don't love yourself more, you'll tolerate the things that you know you don't deserve. And what happens is Sometimes we don't realize until we're spiritually broken, until that person breaks us spiritually. And at that point, we done reached our lowest point. It's a whole journey to get back to where we were. So I think it comes to loving yourself, putting your feelings first. A lot of the times we try to see the good in people. And sometimes we got to realize people are not going to change. They're going to tell you what you want to hear because they want to make it work. They may want things to change, but a person has to want to change. And if that person isn't changing, let them go. Because it ain't worth your sanity. It ain't worth your peace. That's the most important thing to me is peace. Like, man, stress will kill you faster than a disease will.
That's a fact.
Yeah, when they show you out the first time, believe them. That's what Maya Angelou said.
Yeah, like people don't change. If they do it a second time, they're going to do it again. Because then they're going to feel like, oh, okay, this person accepts it. They're gonna be okay with it. So I just feel like it's about loving yourself. And it's hard because you want it to work with that person and you want it to be this fairy tale because you think about everything you probably done went through with that person. You think about the fact we done been through all of this. I don't want to go through this with somebody else. I don't want to have to rebuild with somebody else. You got to put yourself first, man. You got to put your emotions first because it ain't worth losing yourself out here. When you lose yourself, you stop focusing on your goals. And then when you lose yourself, you don't realize how much potential you have. And you may have other talents that you hadn't discovered, but you're so lost in a relationship that's toxic, you can't really discover those other talents because that toxic energy is covering your eyes and is blinding you to what you can be. It's like they say, a plane can't land if it's cluttered. So if you got all this
toxic, sometimes you need to free your mind, right?
Yeah, if you got all this toxic.
I got a homeboy going through that right now. I can't lie to you.
Word.
What he going through?
The same shit she talking about.
Yo, you're a real scumbag, you know.
You know what's so crazy in our generation, though? You know what's so crazy in our generation? And I hate this is social media. Social media condones it. You see these little posts about toxic relationships and toxic energy.
Yeah.
People live their life so much through social media. They feel like, oh.
Yeah, I don't never know when toxic was cool. Motherfuckers tripping nowadays, right? Yeah, they tripping.
Yeah, period. Yeah, point blank, period. Cool. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? They be on that period.
Yeah.
Should make me mad, man.
So you in a good space right now? You happy right now?
Somewhat, yeah.
Niggas still bullshitting with you.
The thing about it is,
exactly. You sense the hesitancy.
You wasn't you was 78% sure on that. You wasn't really.
But you know what though?
I give it 62.
Happiness really. I think what it is in this generation, we try to find happiness in people. That shit got to start with yourself. You got to be happy regardless. Like you cannot expect someone to create happiness for you, and that's what I used to think. You got to create your own happiness, your own space.
What makes Chantal happy?
Food. Food. When I accomplish a goal, if it's a goal that I've been manifesting, because I'm so on this manifestation thing, like just speaking things like saying I'm grateful for this car, I'm grateful for this house before I get it. Like, so when I manifest something and it happens, that makes me happy. Or like
that's dope.
When people get inspired by my music, because I like to inspire people, man. Like that's my biggest thing. If I can inspire somebody and make them feel good and give them hope, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff really makes me feel good because it shows like, damn, I got a purpose. Like it's the reason why I'm doing music because I'm helping somebody. So I think those are, and food. Things make me happy.
Food. What's your favorite food?
I like pizza. Pizza's my favorite.
I fuck with pizza too, though.
What pepperoni kind of pizza? Meat lovers.
Pepperoni.
I need the meat lovers. Pause.
You can't pause that one.
But I like the New York pizza. I don't like Domino's. Like I like New York pizza when it's greasy.
Yeah, that's a fact. I need some ranch on my. I gotta put ranch on my shit though.
Yo, what's up with this new album? Cause I mean, come on, what's up? I went on Tidal and I saw 3 songs. I need the whole album. You're cheating us, Chantal.
So 2018, when I came back from Atlanta from like recording my songs, I had signed myself to a shady deal in Africa, in Morocco.
What?
That's
yo,
why
what's up with Africa, bro? What's up with Africa, bro? Like, yo, something's going on with Africa, bro.
Africa ain't right now, boy. Janky, boy.
Africa's not right at all, bro.
No, I signed myself to a shady deal. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. And it's a lesson for any other artist. I blindly signed myself to that deal. And that's a shock for me because a lot of people was like, what? That don't even sound like you. I blindly signed myself to that deal because I wanted to make something happen for my family. And I wanted to make something happen for myself. And I was so desperate to get on because I'm like, I'm tired of being, I just want to get on. Yeah. So I signed a fucked up deal. And that's why I hadn't dropped music and done shows since 2017. Because
so what does that mean when you sign it? Yeah, go ahead. Get that off.
Well, they gave me an advance of $5,000. So they told me you got 3 choices: $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. I said I want the $5,000. No, I said $5,000.
Shit, you ain't janky. My bad. Go ahead.
I said $5,000 because I didn't know. I'll tell you why. When it comes to labels and you sign a deal, those advances and everything, they count all of that, and they want all of that back. So I said, in case this don't work out, I won't owe
you can pay the $5,000 back. Yeah, that's a fact.
But in the contract, the advance we didn't have to pay back because that's what it was stated in the contract. But I only got $2,500 of the advance. But the thing about it
somebody else with them same numbers. That's crazy.
In Morocco, this shit is
in Africa, yo, this is crazy.
We are breaking.
We know somebody with those same numbers, yo. Go ahead. We apologize. This is crazy.
She think we capping.
Yeah, no. You go watch the last episode.
Watch the last episode. Yeah, this is crazy, man. What's going on out here?
But go ahead, though.
This is
so.
You took the $5,000.
No, I took $2,500. I didn't take the full $5,000. And you know, they flew me to Miami or whatever the case is. You know, I met the VP of BMI International. So this is a woman who handles all the international artists. She was sitting in my session. Those 2 songs I played y'all, she heard it. She loved Fallen. And she felt like that was like a record that can go worldwide, international, like a worldly record. And the thing is, the guy of the label has money and connections. He just don't know what to do with it. So for like 3 years, couldn't do shows, they didn't record on music with me, couldn't drop videos, none of that.
They owned your publisher?
So, no, because I never recorded nothing with them. I never recorded a song with these people. I never recorded one record with them, never went into the studio. Those records y'all heard, before I signed with them, I had already did my split sheets on those records with the producer and the writer. So I had already done my paperwork with the producer and the writer. I had already had it covered. I had already had it registered on BMI, all of that.
Where do you get split sheets from?
Sometimes you can get it through the producer, or you can like hire someone to do it for you. Like you can hire like this lady named I Am a Songwriter. Yeah. She does really good paperwork in Charlotte. She's really, really good because she done my paperwork for years. But that's how, but honestly, all you need to do is register your song on BMI, get an account on Nielsen to BDS your record because it's free. You could do song registration through Nielsen. Get your song on Sound Exchange, on SoundScan, BMI, and then you can upload your music through like CD Baby or TuneCore. But that's really all you really have to do. Like you don't really need to pay somebody $500 to do it for you because all of that is free. Like all of it is free except for like TuneCore. So, they had me in a janky deal. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let my contract run out.
Janky.
And I let my contract run out. And I said, I'm not gonna drop nothing until this contract runs out.
Yeah, it makes
sense. Because they had 18 months to fulfill what they were supposed to fulfill. They didn't do shit for me. Nothing. I was literally just.
So you free now?
Yeah, I'm free now. That's why I'm promoting a song now. But I was shelved.
So you trying to get down with the dips? You know what I mean? Trying to be in Dipset? What's up? It's good.
We could definitely record. I don't know when I'm gonna be back in Charlotte. I was just in Charlotte too.
I got a studio in Janky Land, man. This is Edie Town.
Yeah. Julz got a studio in Janky Land.
Real talk.
Factual.
We definitely gotta do another song, Julz, man. You know, you a celebrity now, so it's hard to even get in touch with you.
Don't make me blush, yo. Go ahead, Line One.
What's the difference between the support you had in Charlotte versus when you went to Atlanta? Like, did you see a big difference? Like,
I had support in Charlotte, but I got hustled a lot in Charlotte.
Man, you keep getting
I got hustled a lot in Charlotte.
This shit ain't right.
It's the face. They're like, why they keep doing that to you?
Nah, you know what it is?
Your heart too big. Too big.
I was gullible and naive when I was in Charlotte. Like, I thought a lot of people in Charlotte had my best interests at heart, and they didn't. And I was naive. And now, when it came to like radio, though, 92.7 The Block, great relationship with them. Certain promoters, great relationships with them. You know, certain radio stations, great relationships. Like, they always showed me love. The Block always showed me love. They just always showed me. J No Truth was the person that really got me my career started. Always been in my corner. He's been my mentor since then. So a lot of people that are in positions to do something always show love, but it's the people that can't do shit for you that try to hustle you. But that's in every place you go to, you know? Those are the ones that can't do shit for you that try to hustle you. And that's anywhere. That's Atlanta, New York, LA. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
that's in
I got
South
hustled
Carolina.
a lot in Charlotte. Yeah, people lied to me, gave me dreams, all of this bullshit. Like,
we part of
now. Motherfuckers janky, real rap.
You know what's crazy? Last year though, what was this? 2018? I did audition at Club One. Y'all know who Andre Harrell is? Like, he passed.
He a powerhouse. Yeah.
I auditioned in front of him.
So you know all
it was so weird.
Are you in the industry? Like, you took an oath and all that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you.
No, like you know what happened? I was on Instagram, and I seen they was having auditions in Charlotte for the show called The Four. And mind you, this is something I didn't say because at the time I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, but I can talk about it now.
Oh no! Matter of fact, I don't want to get sued. You, it's good. Everything good.
Oh yeah. No, this was way before. I had been auditioning online for like 5 months, and The Four had flew me out to Hollywood for 3 days, and I had auditioned in front of Fox, but I didn't make it. So then Andre Harrell came to Charlotte and was looking for artists. They didn't know I had auditioned already. So I was like, I'm about to just go up there. I'm about to get on Instagram. So I was on Instagram, and I just started tagging him in my videos. I just started doing videos. And then that's when his team reached out to me. He was like, we want you to come to Club One and audition. So I went there.
So catch us up.
Auditioned in front of Andre Harrell. Basically, you know, I didn't make it, but it was still dope to be able to be in front of a legend now. True. It was still a dope situation. So
true indeed.
Yep.
True. What's your biggest regret about your music career, if you had a regret? Like, for me, my biggest regret is like not making a lot of music videos, because I wish I could capture those moments again. Do you have any regret like that?
I do. I wish that like I had a videographer at the time for a lot of my shows, because a lot of the times people out here name drop. So I just wish I had like someone there that could have recorded those moments and took photos of those moments so that I can show proof that this is what I was really doing. And then just having the wrong people in my corner. Sometimes people see your hustle but don't got the same hustle as you, and they hold you back. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I had a lot of people who, like, I hustled with no team. So I feel like I had a lot of people around me who was feeding off of my hustle, but they didn't have the same hustle, and it was holding me back spiritually. And so that was kind of why I moved to Atlanta, to follow my dreams, to be honest with you.
How you like Atlanta?
It's cool. One thing I can say about Atlanta, the artists here do support each other more. It is
They
more
love each other in
support.
Atlanta for real though.
It's way more support.
How you know that? How you know?
Bro, look at the industry, bro. Stop that shit, bro. You a journalist or not? Stop playing.
Boy, y'all,
Hey,
boy.
I asked this question 10 minutes ago, so you know I'm on my journalist bag.
Y'all boy,
bro, that nigga Julz, bro. Julz going through something, bro.
I just went through a breakup, Chantal. I just went through a breakup, yo.
Oh,
so everything
you
you say.
make a song about it now.
Nah, I'm good on that. I made whole albums like that.
His pen ain't too tight right now. Going through what he going through.
We already made a song on the premeditated.
Yeah, we good. I ain't making no songs or nothing.
What can we expect from you though? What's new from Miss Chantal since she free?
Well, I got a song dropping next week, my single Fallen. I'm excited about that. I am in the midst of shooting a movie with BT this year.
Whoa, that's major. That's
2 points in Chantal.
Yeah, 2 points.
I don't know when it's coming
right
out
for the
because
A.
COVID kind of messed up a lot of stuff. But it's you go on BT, you see them like Christmas movies that come on BT. It's not something that's coming out in the theaters. It's just
it's on BT though, so you good. You
yeah. True. So it's gonna be a Christmas movie.
Oh,
don't know the name of it yet. Just, you know.
Is that why you did the Christmas tape?
No.
See, we got to get to you before we got to get to you before they get to you because we broke the first. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we getting the story.
We got this story.
And just grinding, man. Just honestly, just grinding and trying to just get myself more opportunities, and you know, because like I said, it's hard. It is. I think this year it's hard for a lot of artists because COVID-19 really did fuck up a lot of shit. It really did. It fucked up a lot of shows. It fucked up a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
So, you know,
why don't you do live concerts, you know, like right in the crib? Just charge everybody or tell everybody.
I'm actually thinking about putting one together, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Thinking about that. Yeah, I am. I did 2 concerts. I did one for like these women in Texas last week. And then I did one, the Queen City Awards had me do a concert
I did see that. Yeah, I saw you sing on that. You know, and I'm kind of jealous. So. I'm a little jealous, but you know, I know it's late, you know. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, so just grinding, man. Just wherever God takes me, whatever opportunities he gives me, I'm grateful for. So just gonna keep putting in work.
Can you do national anthem performances?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they open things back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you and your career, all you've accomplished. You know what I mean? And keep going. But now we about to ramble, you know what I mean? We're about to get into some topics, you know, just real quick before we let you go.